Sebeka Plaatje, who is the great-grandson of the late Sol Plaatje. Very good evening to you, Mr. Plaatje. We thank you very much for your time. Essentially, in the clip, it had initially mentioned that there were certain practices or processes that needed to be settled before any changes were made. Can you give us more clarity on that?
Hello?
Hi, Sebeka, can you hear me?
Yes, very well I do, dear. How are you?
Good, thank you. Firstly,
Okay.
in the clip that we just heard with regards to the change that had been made at the graveside, there was an issue surrounding some of the processes or issues that still had to be followed that were still in discussion. Can you take us through what those issues were?
Okay. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to put this through, dear. Look, the issue about the upgrade at the grave, it's long coming. It's not something that started only a few weeks ago. We've been in engagement with the South African Heritage Resource Agency, and we've actually been in dialogue, communicating as to how we need to have this thing done, okay? But suddenly we have just got to be told that, the Department of Arts, Sports, and Culture has actually usurped this project and had gone on ahead to construct what they have, as a form of a commemoration without our knowledge and without prior engagement with us. And, we have evidence, of constant engagement with the South African Heritage Resources Council on this matter, expressing our concerns, the families, including the fact that we needed an exhaustive engagement, not only with us, but with people, of who actually the families of the adjacent graves who are also next to the Sol Plaatje grave, for them to be consulted, because developments that are going to be taken there are obviously going to affect them. And we don't want to have this process whereby those families feel aggrieved by whatever happens out there. So we have been really saddened by these developments. We have a government agency and an entity that has just gone, has just literally run roughshod, and continued to do whatever they wanted to do. To us as a family, it is very displeasing, culturally insensitive, and my family is absolutely angry about what appears to have been a cage, which seems to be set as a form of a memorial.
So,
our father,
has the Plaatje family been in consultation up until now with the ANC government as well as the Department of Arts and Culture in the Northern Cape, of course, relaying their dissatisfaction and their issues with regards to the cultural boundaries? Has there been any justification from the government's end with regards to the cage that has been put around the gravesite in terms of any sort of explanation, whether it be a security issue, at least for now? What has the stance been on that?
Absolutely not. There has never been.
Unfortunately, losing Sebeka Plaatje, they're just giving us an update with regards to the family's dismay of the changes that have been made at the gravesite of the late Sol Plaatje, as well as the issues currently taking place between the family and the Department of Arts and Culture in the Northern Cape. As soon as we get Mr. Sebeka Plaatje on the line, we will continue with that conversation.